Alrighty, so today we are going to be talking about the Heroes Celebration. Now, the stream was last night at like 9 p.m. my time. I tried to record that video, like my reaction to the stream itself, and my PC was just not having it. I got to figure out what's going on with it. Like, if I try and record a video that's playing on my browser, the CPU goes to like 90%. It just doesn't work, so I have to figure that out. But anyway, in order to kind of compensate for that, what we're going to be doing is sort of switching over and just talking about everything that you need to know so far about the Hero Celebration. Now, to get started, because I'm not sure if they're going to mention this specifically in this producer's letter and all the information that I have pulled up and stuff like that, it's important to note that this is going to be the last year for Dragon Ball Heroes. So if you are somebody that wants to collect some of these characters, make sure that you do try and get some of them if you are somebody that wants to have them in your box, because potentially, you know, I know some people care about this. These characters could potentially become rare in the future. Who knows? But it seems that this is going to be the last hurrah for Dragon Ball Heroes, and there will be more coming, it seems, just based on the length of the celebration. So it's not a guarantee that we get part 2 units, but this Hero Celebration is going to be lasting a long time. So let's get started with this producer's letter here. The first thing that we need to go over is we have crossover special missions. This is going to be the usual stuff on the panel, where it's going to be like clear events, use the heroes team, stuff like that. Use stamina, clear events, do all those things, extreme Z Awaken characters, all those other things that we're going to have to do. We'll get some stones from it. We'll get some materials from it. All hoo-ha, the whole world works, right? So what is this going to do for us? We are going to be able to get the female warrior in black. Now, this is the character, if you guys don't know, this is the character that Yamcha was going to marry, if I'm not mistaken, and she's like, oh yeah, let's get married, and Yamcha's like, yeah, let's go, it's a movie. And then she was like, but I have to wait 1,000 years. So that's, you know, Yamcha shenanigans, but that's fruit with that. So what else do we got in here? Let's move on to the next image. Here are the 5 characters. We'll zoom in. Let me zoom in on these a little more. I know you guys can't really see it, so let's zoom in on this a bit. We've got the Super Dragon Ball Heroes New Space-Time War Saga, and this is going to be an event, I would imagine, a difficult event that we are going to be able to use for Heroes, right? This is probably going to give us exclusive EX orbs for Heroes characters, maybe specifically the new ones, we're not sure yet. Maybe the answers are in here and I'm just not looking yet, but Super Dragon Ball Heroes Special Battle. In this high difficulty event, you'll be able to have to face characters featured in the Super Dragon Ball Heroes Collaboration Special Campaign, which has been held annually since 2020. Super class characters will show up in Stage 1, while Extreme class characters will show up in Stage 2. If you clear these 2 stages, you can get a special wallpaper, so make sure they try them both with your powered up characters and the newly recruited ones. This event period, yada yada yada, and then here are the 5 new characters. Now, these are the summonable ones. We have Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku with the Universal Tree Power. It's basically just like Evolution Blue Goku. That's kind of how it looks, but it's obviously a little bit different. We have Few Youth, Dogi Dogi fully absorbed, so he's got angel wings and stuff. That looks pretty cool. We have Eos, I don't know how to say that, but the Space-Time Selector. They look very cool. I like their hair here. It's a neat look. We have Dark King Demigra, shout out to Xenoverse, Power of Time Unleashed, and then last but not least, the Warrior and the Dark Dragon Ball Boost. So one thing that we can kind of notice right away with this Hero Celebration is the names of these characters, except for shout out to Eos, or however you say this, right? Yas, I don't know how to say this, but their name is just 4 letters, and then we have all these funky ones, right? Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku, Universe Tree Power. Is that enough? Few Youth, Dogi Dogi fully absorbed, Dark King Demigra, Power of Time Unleashed, and then Warrior in Black Super Saiyan Dark Dragon Ball Boost, and then Eos. So there we go. Very cool. But now, if you guys want to see some other stuff that's coming up in the content, we are getting new quests, but that's not important for this video. Keep in mind, we are going to be getting an Extreme Z area to easy play unit. Very important stuff. Stuff that we're going to be able to do, being able to easy A this Toa here. You can see Toa in the lab coat. We're going to be able to easy A her and stuff like that. Let me make sure. Yeah, we're going to be taking some things down. And I know people aren't like too keen on this stuff so far, but it's always important to kind of hear it out, right? So moving on, we have the animations here from Dokkan Assets. Let's go ahead and watch this. I'll mute this here. We don't need sound. I'll just kind of talk about it. If you guys don't know, yeah, you guys can see the frames on this are definitely going to be a problem. But I'm being. I'm not gonna. It's not gonna work to play it. One thing, people always seem to get upset about like animations this time of year with heroes, but what you guys have to remember is this is not like a Dokkan festival sort of setup, right? This is more of just a fun collaboration campaign. These are not going to be the characters that, you know, what's the proper word for it, right? These are not going to be the characters that, yeah, there you go. That's the shot. I'll pause it on. There are more assets going to working on stuff for the anniversary, regular LRs and stuff like that. This is just a fun collaboration campaign, and the animations for these guys have never been like 10 out of 10, right? Like, this is cool seeing these characters next to each other and all that, but you have to keep in mind that the standard has never been, this is going to be like 1-to-1 with the anime. This is just for a promotional campaign. So animations for these characters, not the best, but again, they are not like so bad to the point where you can't even look at them, right? So keep in mind, if you were expecting like anniversary Broly level animations, then I hate to break it to you, but you were going to be disappointed no matter what. So their animations, fine. It is what it is. I've never been one to be like, the heroes units are bad because their animations aren't good or anything like that. It's always kind of just been like a fun niche team that works together really well. The synergy with the heroes team is always great, but you know, that is kind of what we have to do. So let's go ahead and move on. We have so this is an old thing here. I was just going through Dokkan assets because they're a big heroes guy. I just wanted to make sure that we went through everything. So Easy A's, that's what I want to move on to next. Now, if you guys watched my predictions video for who we were going to get and stuff like that, for the characters, the only one I got right was Universal Super Saiyan Goku, or Super Saiyan Blue Goku, right? That's the only one I got right. But Easy A's, I mean, I hit the nail on the head, but this wasn't hard. We knew who was going to Easy A. So Super Saiyan Vegeta, I'm just going to show you guys the stats. We're not going to do calculations and stuff like that here. This is courtesy of Proton 10MG. We've got Super Saiyan Vegeta, again, the Vegeta family support. We talked about him earlier. He had the stacking and the defensive stuff, and this character I think is going to be pretty good, right? And then we have the same thing with Super Saiyan Goku. This is going to be a good character as well. And then we also have God Trunks and Xeno Pan. Now, with God Trunks, I think that this character has potential of being like a crossover 180. This character seems decent, and again, it's all gonna kind of depend on how this new look of the Heroes team plays out this year, because this team kind of evolves year to year, right? Like, where it's like 1 year it's super like Super Saiyan 4 dominated, and then we kind of move over to like a more of a God Key focus, and then obviously with characters like Demigra, and then we have characters like Universal Blue Goku, right? God Key is going to be kind of coming in a little bit more heavy this year, so it's like if Pan's going to be supporting that, right? We have God Trunks on here. It should be very interesting. Vegeks, that EZA is going to be pretty cool as well. I think Xeno Pan might be one of the more interesting ones based on the support that she is doing as well as the dodging that she has. I think Xeno Pan has potential to be extremely, extremely good, so I'm excited for that for sure. Then moving on to the next 4 of this batch, we have Super Saiyan 3 Gohanks, or whatever. I forget which one that was. I think it's Gohanks, and then we have Gotenks as well. Again, with the Super Saiyan 3 team, any buffs for that team will help, especially because I know that, like, maybe if you're on, like, the newer side of things and you're not, like, fully caught up to the Super Saiyan 3 team, that Super Battle Road stage can be a bit of a pain, but I think it has changed over the last couple of years where it's, like, way easier than it used to be. But, like, if you ran these guys next to, like, Super Saiyan 3, Xeno Goku, and stuff like that, like, it would definitely work out really well. Now, to me, I think, like, low-key, like, the most interesting one, aside from, like, God Trunks or Xenopan, would probably be Mechikabura. I think that this character has potential to be really, really powerful and have attack stats that are extremely, extremely impressive for the Heroes team, right? I don't think they're going to be coming out here and hitting, like, Tech Broly active skill levels, but this was a character who was hitting, like, in that 8 to 9 million range, when 8 to 9 million range was, like, jaw-dropping, right? All you had to do was get the AGL orbs for him, and he was ready to go. I think that this character has a decent link set for an extreme class character. He does have big bad bosses, so if you need to slide him next to a big bad bosses unit, you can potentially do that. I think there's versatility in that aspect of his kit. And then last but not least, we have the free-to-play Toa. Not much to talk about there. She is a free-to-play unit. Shout out to the auto translation, by the way, on the bottom here, saying, yeah, my Twitter name is not Want. I don't know what's going on there. But there we go. So we have a lot of stuff going on with the Hero Celebration. Because this is everything that you need to know. We do not have the kits yet. They are not out yet, and then we have to wait for some translations for everything when the kits do drop, because if you guys don't know, Global likes to be funny, and I would imagine that, like, the JP Dokkan Twitter is going to put out the information, and then Global is not going to. At least for the EZAs, we know Global won't, so we're gonna have to wait for translations on those. And I'd rather kind of just wait for all of them before I break down Trunks and God Trunks and Pan in this specific video. But we are having the the characters on the screen I think is good enough. I can kind of, you know, just go back right here and like end it with this. So there you guys go. Kits are not out yet, so stay tuned for that. But here are the 5 new Heroes characters. The big thing that you need to remember is this is going to be the last year for Heroes. We have 9 free-to-play EZAs coming up, or not free-to-play, but 9 EZAs coming up, 8 summonable, 1 free-to-play. We have 5 new characters coming out. We have a difficult event coming. We have an Extreme Z area, and then last but not least, this is going to be the last year for Heroes. So let me know down below what you guys think. Are you excited for this year's Heroes campaign? And if you are not, also let me know in the comment section below. We have to see how the kits are before I talk about whether or not we should be summoning for these characters, but there you have it. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you are new, and I'll see you all in the next one.